are listening to the Coach's Corner Show on KYNT, Yankton's home team. Now, let's get you caught up on Yankton High School athletics with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of the Bucks and Gazelles, Bryce Ladwig.
And welcome to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig. Thank you for joining us here. Coming to you live from 1019 Broadway Avenue. The show today powered by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Coaches join us on the Pizza Ranch phone line. So up today, we will talk Yankton Bucks and Gazelles basketball. I have the two post games between the Bucks and Gazelles basketball games. Braden Butler, KYNT Assistant Sports Director, was up at Brandon Valley. I was home tonight covering the Yankton Gazelles. And then I hope to have Coach Robert Coyle on the Pizza Ranch phone line talking Yankton wrestling, as well as Coach Justin Olson of Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics. That's all around the corner here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning. I'm Bryce Ladwig.
My name is Dr. Gibson, and teaching allows me to show my compassionate spirit. I instruct a lot of students that want to go into the medical fields. If I can teach them how to be compassionate and look out for others and even help each other, they'll be better in their careers. They will be better physical therapists, better doctors, better nurses.
Show your spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
FNBO is the great big small bank. And for more than 165 years, we've been with you where you are. A bank that's ready for all your needs, both big and small. Here to help you earn more, save more, so you can do more every step of the way. It's what you can expect from the great big small bank. FNBO, independent and family owned for 6 generations, and ever so focused on you. Stop on by or visit us at fnbo.com, member FDIC.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Rodents want to make your home their home. Pesky invaders go in search of warm housing and food for the winter. An invasion of rodents can be costly and can contribute to disease and contamination of products. So trust the experts to keep them out. Olson Pest Technicians is family-owned with over 80 years of experience. Even the toughest infestations don't stand a chance. Olson Pest Technicians, putting pests to rest since 1966. Call 800-KIL-BUGS.
So I switched my insurance to State Farm, and get this. I talked to an actual State Farm agent who lives in my actual town. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town gave me actual help with the coverage I needed. And get this. My actual agent in my actual town who gave me actual help actually knows my name. And get this. They actually say it's called service.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411. Are you looking for a different career in the new year? Check out the job opportunities at Truxedo, a real truck company. We have openings for a senior environmental health and safety specialist, weekday assembly positions, and a weekend material handler, shipping clerk, and maintenance technician. Applications can be found online at realtruck.com/careers. Truxedo in Yankton is hiring and offers great benefits. Make the beginning of 2024 a great one by joining the Truxedo team.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
Vision Care takes pride in the products we offer. That's why we offer a wide range of stylish and protective sunglasses from your favorite brands like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Maui Jim, and luxury brands like Fendi, Gucci, and more. Our experienced team will help you find the perfect pair of sunglasses to fit your face shape, your style, and your budget. Protect your eyes and look great while doing it. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Hey, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Bryce Ladwig here, 1019 Broadway Avenue. Yankton Gazelles fell last night in varsity basketball action, 68-29. We'll go over those stats in a second, get into some sub-varsity action. The freshman Gazelles game, Yankton defeated Brandon Valley 54-28. September Rauch had 14 points, Lucy Johnson with 12. Isabel Sheldon, 14 points and 4 boards. Maddie Tereshinsky, 10 points. In the C game, Brandon Valley defeated Yankton 49-44. September Rauch led with 10 points, followed by Kay Wells with 7. In the JV matchup, Brandon Valley defeated Yankton 52-18. Nora Krasky led the way with 6 points. All right, varsity action. 11 points for Macy Drotzman. Also led the team in rebounds with 5. Had 2 steals. Bailey LaCroix had 6 points, and Eden Wolfgram also had 6. Here's my post-game interview with Coach Matt Decker following the Gazelles' loss. Being joined by Coach Matt Decker. Coach, you knew coming into this game, obviously the Gazelles a little beat up as well, and Brandon Valley, just a very talented team. And, I mean, hats off to them first and foremost.
Yeah, Coach Zur is a great coach, and they had a great game. Just overall a great team. They're gonna get some teams to run for their money, and they shot lights out tonight, and we just couldn't find our offensive rhythm, and couldn't get back in transition. It was a tough night for us.
Claire Tereshinsky was able to see some floor time tonight, and just kind of how's her ankle holding up?
Yeah, she really wanted to go, and I wasn't going to say no to Claire, and I thought she had some good minutes out there, and she's still coming back from that, and she just has to find that flow, and tomorrow versus Douglas is a good time to find it too. So I'm excited to kind of get her back in full rhythm a little bit again, and tomorrow night, and so it'll be good.
Some good moments for the Gazelle, some good stretches, I guess I should say. Macy Drotzman really just has her sweet spot on the floor, kind of that high post next to the free throw line. She seems to be automatic from there.
Yeah, and we really wanted a couple of our players to turn and look at the hoop when they caught it in there, and sometimes it was there, sometimes it wasn't, and we just got to be able to play that inside out and be strong with the ball, and give credit to Brandon. They were all over us, and we just weren't strong enough with the ball tonight.
All right, so you have Douglas tomorrow. It's a long trip ahead. We'll have this act as our kind of pregame interview as well. What can you tell me about Douglas?
Yeah, Douglas is a talented team, they're a talented team coming off of a win versus Lee Deadwood, and they're not, their record. Again, and I say this a lot, but their record is kind of deceiving, and if they hustle and compete, I think it's going to be a competitive basketball game. And if we hustle and compete and we execute offensively, we're hoping it goes our way. But we're not overlooking Douglas. I think that's been our thing all week in practice, is do not overlook this team. And we'll go through scout tomorrow. We got a long bus ride, and we're going to talk about them. We're going to watch film on them. And, that's one thing. We got to get in the right mindset. This team, when we travel, it either goes our way or it doesn't. And we got to find that happy medium of consistency on the road. And that's what we're trying to do in Douglas, is find that happy high of going after them and, getting the game going right away.
Coach, we'll see you out west. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Bryce.
Thanks to Coach Matt Decker for joining us in the post game, and we'll talk to him after the Gazelles matchup in Douglas later today. Yes, later today. I got to get in a vehicle and drive. So that is over at Douglas, and I believe it's a 6 o'clock Central tip-off, 5:30 pregame on KYNT and KYNTV with myself out at Douglas High School. Now let's start talking Yankton Bucks basketball. In the 9B game, Yankton lost 52-20. Taylon Harms, Grady Walder, and Nathan Hebda each had 4 points. The 9A matchup, Yankton lost 55-43. Ivan Hirschman had 15. Easton Skelhaus had 11. In the sophomore game, Yankton lost 44-39. Yankton lost the varsity matchup 64-42. Our very own KYNT Assistant Sports Director, Braden Butler, was calling that game last night up at Brandon Valley High School. He caught up with Coach Chris Haynes in the postgame. Here's that conversation.
Coach, Bucks fall in this one to Brandon Valley. It was a tough night at the office. A lot of double teams, a lot of good defenses being thrown at you by Brandon Valley. And it seemed like on the offensive end, Braden Miller especially could not miss tonight. What did you see out there on the court from the coach's sideline?
Yeah, people asked me before the season who are the favorites to win it, and I really thought, Brandon was right there at the top with anybody. And how they played tonight, you see it. They're so strong inside, and when you try to help and try to do some things to limit that, they can also hurt you from the outside, and that's what they did tonight. The Delaney kid is really good, all-conference, all-state point guard, great athlete. Obviously the Althoff kid, big, strong inside. You hold those two to 8 points, you think they might have a chance, but because they're so deep and so dead, they have so many athletes. And again, that's a testament to why I think they're a really good team. The Delaney kid, he's a great athlete. As a sophomore last year, he won the 200-meter dash and the long jump at the state track meet, and he's denying and running all over and denying Landon and chasing him all over, and that's not easy, So Landon did a good job, got open on some things and found some other teammates. I thought overall we were fine in the basketball game, except for we gave away too many second chance points with rebounds, and rebounds that we could have had, not because any excuses or anything like that. They were rebounds we could have had, and then we had too many turnovers that led to direct layups for them. And those two things are what was the difference in the game.
A game tonight that, like we talked about, it wasn't going your way tonight, but we did see some glimpses maybe into the future a little bit for this Yankton Bucks program. Very early on, a couple of freshmen checking in, getting their first time on varsity, at least for me covering them this season. I believe it was their first time all year. Miles Drotzman, Tegan LaCroix. You and I were talking a bit during the break. That's just something. You've seen them putting together a lot of good practices in a row. Thought it was time to call them up. So talk about them and what made you put them out on the court tonight.
Yeah, those guys have been playing hard and doing good jobs at their levels and their practices. And so here a couple weeks ago, we brought them up to practice with us a little bit. And even this past summer, they did some really good things in open gyms and some games that we were playing up here at the Pentagon in the Summer League. So even in the summer, we saw some things and some glimpses of some things that they could do. And in practice the last couple weeks, they've really done some nice things, and they've earned their way. They've earned their way into the playing time, and that's what we say it every year. The best players are going to play, and right now they've proven that, and so that's why they're out there.
And adding those guys to a varsity roster that, getting some more depth into it. Very important time of the season to do it. You have a very busy schedule coming up, starting with a trip out west tomorrow night, taking on the Douglas Patriots. What are you looking forward with Douglas, and how do you as a team take that back-to-back plus the long trip out west?
Yeah, Douglas is a talented team. The Fisher kid is getting like 17, 18 points a game. The Brower kid, the point guard as a freshman last year, hurt us. He's a sophomore, and those two guys can really score. But Douglas is long and athletic, and we got our work cut out for us. Obviously, get home a little bit later tonight, but the road trip and all that, people are. It's about attitude and how you approach it. And, I think our guys, they should be hungry for a win. We told them in the locker room, you should be so hungry for a win that you drive to Alaska tomorrow to get it, right? And so that has to be our mindset and our approach tomorrow.
Well, good luck tomorrow night, Coach. Thanks for talking to me today, and we'll catch you again after that one against Douglas.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks to Coach Chris Haynes for joining Braden Butler in the postgame. Yankton Bucks follow the Yankton Gazelles in that varsity doubleheader out at Douglas High School later this evening. I'll be out there calling both games on KYNT and KYNTV. The Yankton Gazelles now 3-8 on the season, and the Bucks 1-9, looking for some big victories out west. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Coach's Corner. Good morning.
Don't just bank, be an explorer. Here at Explorers Credit Union, we do banking differently. As a not-for-profit, member-owned credit union, we know that financial wellness isn't a destination, it's a journey. We're here to help you set goals and reach them with the financial tools, expertise, and support you need. If you're looking for better rates on your loans and local service from your friends and neighbors, Explorers Credit Union has you covered. Learn how we can help your financial journey at explorerscu.com.
Traveling to Yankton for business or pleasure? Then book your stay at Yankton's two best hotels. The Fairfield Inn and Suites and Holiday Inn Express. Both are conveniently located to everything in Yankton. Both offer complimentary hot breakfast and meeting rooms for business travelers. And if you want a great rate and still be able to change your reservation without a hassle, call either hotel direct. The Fairfield and Holiday Inn Express, 2 great hotel choices when visiting or arranging rooms for guests to Yankton.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MTRC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. MTRCSmithInsurance.com.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
You feel awful. Stuffy nose, then runny nose. Sniffles too. You don't know what to take to make yourself feel better. At Yankton Rexall, when you feel under the weather, we want to help. But there are a lot of over-the-counter choices. Some may even interfere with the daily medications you're taking. The Yankton Rexall staff is there to help you make the best choice for your health. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. This is Bryce Ladwig, Coach's Corner, powered by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics up in Watertown today, just for a little meet, the ESD conference meet. It's a big one. And joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, Coach Justin Olson. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Bryce.
Hey, a big day for Yankton Gazelles Gymnastics, the ESD conference meet. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but we have a couple competitions I want to go over with you. And we'll start with a big one. That was a duel against O'Gorman on Monday. The Gazelles were outscored as a team by O'Gorman 137.5 to 129.75. Obviously, as a team, you don't want to fall short, but that's still overall. Just kind of tell me your thoughts on that performance, Coach.
Yeah, we had some great individual performances. And, again, led by senior Ava Collar. She's been super consistent, scoring in the upper levels in the state. If we're going to compare, athletes to athletes, she's right up there, with the best of them. And still being a kind of that leader, and she's doing a real good job of trying to keep these younger kids motivated and try to keep them chasing their coattails. I mean, that's kind of what it's about, Gotta keep excited, in the sport of gymnastics where it's so tough on you physically and mentally. You got to have some things that are going to help push you. And our girls are trying to make it to the state individual meet, which is in February. And so they know that, and she's been there. She's been there multiple times. So she's trying to keep these kids motivated and say, hey, we got to keep on working. because if they score well individually, obviously that helps our team out as well. So we took a little dip in our team score below that 130 mark. And, but, we had some good performances. We just didn't have those performances that were consistent, and we just got to clean that up and just become more consistent. So then when it comes down to this meet today, at the ESD, which is going to be the kind of the gateway to our state meet, they're going to take the top 8 teams, and those are the ones that get to compete at the for the state team title. We do get to individually qualify for the next 40 in each event, but essentially, this is the big one, and so we're right there, and hopefully we did enough over this past week and had a couple competitions in there to make sure that we're running at a high consistent level, and we just come away with a great performance.
Yeah, and the other competition you're referring to is a triangular at the Barn in Hendricks. This is the rescheduled one, right?
Yeah. We had one rescheduled, and this is actually our original date that we went to the Barn. Then Sioux Falls Schools obviously didn't think they're going to have a gymnastics season. Then they came back on, and then we kind of got the schedule rearranged. But so we're back at the Barn. We actually had it canceled from a week before, so we ended up back out at the Barn with Sisseton and obviously the defending champs, state champs with S-Line Hendricks, and it was just a great environment. Everyone's just packed in there, and everyone's cheering for everybody. And we had our second highest team score of the season, which is great. Kind of like I was talking about, we kind of wanted to get a good one in before we head off. Today to hit our ESD meet, and so Ava Collar did some really great things there too, and so did the rest of our team. We had a great vault score, which is you take your 4 highest scores and you combine them together, and we went to 36-1, which is our best of the year. So we had some good performances at that meet as well.
Yeah, just over a 134 score, and I'll highlight 2 athletes. You already kind of went over them, excuse me. But it was 2 in the top 5 all-around competition, led by a second-place finish from Ava Collar, and then Berkeley Olson also cracked the top 5, finishing 5th on during that competition. But as you said, a lot of great individual performances from the Gazelles, almost every single meet this season, it seems.
Yeah, and it's exciting, especially when I'm over there after each meet. I have a big spreadsheet and record their scores, and I take a look to see who has hit that automatic qualifying score, and we have a lot of girls, or a couple girls in fact, that are already cemented their spot into the state individual session. But then there's some that are really close, and that's what these next meets are here for. We have today's meet, and then we have one more on Monday for a chance for them to actually on Monday, then the next Saturday. So we actually have 3 meets that they can try to get into the state individual meet as well. But especially a girl like Berkeley, who kind of was playing basketball and doing gymnastics, she had a chance to finally compete. They had some rescheduled basketball meets on some gymnastics meets, so she got a chance to see what she can do, and she went 33, which is great. We need some of those people to step in those supporting roles, and we have a great cast, and I know we can get there and do what we want to do. With basically we have 8 girls that are kind of in that kind of the meat and potatoes of our team that are going to carry us into this ESD meet. And then hopefully carry us into the state competition, team competition. And so, we just got to keep on working, and hopefully today will prove that we belong in that top 8 and we get the chance to compete for some hardware.
How exciting is Watertown for the venue, considering how big this meet is, being the ESD meet? This brings a little extra, right?
Yeah, Watertown, we used to have the state meet there, quite a bit. And it's a great environment, that arena. Again, it's one of those venues where everyone's kind of sitting on top of you, and it's loud, it's exciting, and I think that's going to fit well into what the environment that we like. We travel pretty well at our home meets. We have a lot of people that come, and at the Barn, everyone was there, and it was so loud. And so, as far as if you're up on the beam or swinging bars, and you hear loud noises and stuff like that, you tend to have to block that out, or else, obviously, bad things could happen. So this will fit right into what we've been already through, and the environment that we've been through. So I'm excited about it. You have the top teams in the state there, so it's going to be some tough competition, but that only just kind of electrifies the environment and it kind of helps out our girls as well.
Well, we'll talk all about it, Coach, next week. Good luck to the Yankton Gazelles, and go get them up in Watertown, all right?
All right, will do. Appreciate it, Bryce. Thank you.
All right, thanks to Coach Justin Olson for joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line. We'll go ahead and take a break, come back, and get in here on the Coach's Corner, KYNT and KYNTV.
The season is here for sneezing, stuffy noses, and simply getting sick. If you're not feeling well, remember Yankton Medical Clinic Convenient Care is open 7 days a week. Appointment is required. Self-schedule online or call today, whatever works best for you. The physicians and staff wish everyone a healthy, happy new year. They are thankful for the support of their communities and look forward to serving you in the year ahead. At Yankton Medical Clinic, they strive to provide so much care, so close to home.
The other day, a gal came into the UPS store to drop off a package. On her way out, she noticed the print sample wall and asked if we could print invitations. The answer was, yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. For over 7 years now, the UPS store has been helping hundreds of customers with their printing needs. From basic copies to business cards and invitations to posters, we can print them. Stop out and ask about our current print specials and see how we can help with your printing needs.
A new year usually brings out the best of intentions in people to get back in shape. Exercising and eating right are just the start of getting healthy. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson at First Chiropractic Centers. Our doctors are trained to recommend therapeutic and rehabilitative exercise, as well as provide nutritional, dietary, and lifestyle counseling, all of which are important components in your overall health and wellness. Start your year off right with a call to First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Visit us at firstchiropracticcenter.com.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. Bryce Ladwig here. The Coach's Corner show powered by Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union can help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. All right, join us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, Yankton wrestling coach Robert Coyle. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing, Bryce?
Oh, doing pretty well, and have some wrestling to talk about with you. And let's start with the River City Rumble that was up at Chamberlain and Invitational. First of all, the best name of any competition the Bucks or Gazelles compete in. Yankton Bucks Wrestling finished 9th at the River City Rumble, led by a first place finish at 138 by Dylan Sloan. Why don't you go ahead and talk about him a little bit?
Yeah, Dylan, he's been just a great, as my first season as head coach, and him, having him as a senior has been great for me, and it's been great for the team. He holds everybody accountable. He's just one of them, he's a natural leader, I think, too, as well, especially when it comes to wrestling. So he made the cut down from 144 to 138 a couple weeks ago, and he's done it the right way. You hear all the horror stories of kids trying to lose weight, but he's eating the right way. He's getting workouts in. Stuff like that, and taking care of himself when he's doing it, and it's showing on the mat, and that, as a coach, that makes me really happy to see, just for him and his family and how much he's put into it. So we're gonna try to get him on that podium by the end of the season at state, and take it one mat at a time, one meet at a time. And he's really just come out this season, and especially the second half of the season when we're getting to a tough schedule, and embraced it and just been ready to go every day.
Following Sloan with podium finishes were Chase Platt. He took third at 157, Edley Amaro at 285, and Damian Janish at 106. Each finished fourth in their weight classes. That's a good crew you're working with.
Oh yeah, it's been a good first year. A good, Dylan's a senior. Don't get me wrong, but you got a pretty young group. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores in there, and I know I'll get to have those kids under my belt for another 2-3 years, and so. There are going to be a lot of kids who are going to be really good for us for a long time, and that's going to help. And they'll take that and have that focus shift into being leaders as well in the next couple of years. So I only look for them to progress, and the amount of progression I've seen from that first time we wrestled in Watertown this winter to now has already been great to see. And I'm really proud of the kids. And, we're at a tough part of our season right now, and they're still coming at it and have the right attitude about it.
Gazelles Wrestling took 5th, with all 3 Gazelles placing in the top 2 of their weight classes. Excuse me. Winry Yagi led the way as a 145-pound champion. Monica Massey claimed 2nd place at 114, and Jocelyn Kite runner-up at 138. You only have the 3 Gazelles wrestlers, but they all compete at a very high level, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, those girls, they make each other better in practice every day. They're going at it and scrapping really tough, and it shows when we get to these meets and duels, and they go in and every girl makes the finals. And Winry's winning it as a 7th grader. Jacqueline had a really tough number 1 girl out of Bonholm, Scotland, and gave her a good match. And Monica is always right there too. They're all 3. They build off of each other, I think, as well. One girl goes out and gets a pin, motivates the next girl, go out there and do the same thing. And so, though, only having them 3 girls and they still getting 5th in the tournament out of all the teams there, because of making the final, that's pretty cool to see as a coach. And I'm happy for them as well.
All right, and then you had Tuesday a triangular at Yankton. It's always nice just to have those home meets, right, at the Summit Activity Center. Just makes it a little extra special for all the wrestlers. Am I right?
You're right. The atmosphere is great. Whether win or loss, great support, family support, community support for the Yankton, Power Bucks and Gazelles, and people come out and watch and they care and they want to see the kids succeed, and that's great to see as a coach. Tough triangular. 2 of the. I can't remember. I was telling somebody else. One of them was 2 and one of them was 4, Brandon Valley and Aberdeen. So we knew it was going to be a tough one going in, and kids had the right attitude about it. They went and they fought. Didn't go our way, this time, but, we could use some of these moments as coachable moments. And, kids are coming off the mat and they had a good attitude about it. They may have still been disappointed, but that only means they care. So as a coach, you love to see that, and you love to see the fight out of them. So.
Well, I should probably say the scores. Aberdeen beat Yankton 73-3, and Brandon Valley 61-12. Chase Platt did pick up a lone victory for the Bucks in the Aberdeen, and then it was looking at the results here. I apologize. And then Dylan Sloan also picked up a win over the Lynx as well as Platt. So those 2 just kind of giving the points for the Bucks. And as you said, just kind of a rough competition for that one, but sometimes those are the ones that you kind of need as a team, right? You need to have those kind of lessons learned, right?
Absolutely. I think every wrestler would tell you, they went through their bumps, they went through their bruises before they really started. Even every stud, there's always somebody out there that's going to make you better. And these kids, we wrestled Aberdeen earlier this year, and it was a tough duel, and we knew Brandon Valley was right up there as well. So. We got to take these tough ones to learn from it and come back better and into this crunch time at the end of the season, and then use that for years to come as well. Chase Platt, he's looked really good lately. He's looking good on his feet, getting a lot of takedowns. So I've been impressed with how he's really started to progress towards at the right time too this season.
And the Gazelles losing on technicality, which is always, I think, maybe even tougher. But not going up against Brandon Valley due to weight classes not really lining up. And then winning 2 of the 3 matches versus Aberdeen, but still falling because of forfeited points due to only having the 3 Gazelles. But I'm sure as a team, you kind of look at that and be like, well, that's not really a loss. You just kind of look at their individual performances then. And another great showing for the Gazelles.
Yeah, one thing that we preach, we do this for the boys too, but performance over results right now. As a team, the numbers are. I think they're going to be improving over the next couple of years. Talking to our middle school head coach Ryan Haig and some of our youth guys as well that have helped out. I think the numbers are coming, but right now we're what we're at, and I focus less on how do we, let's just focus on the kids we got right now, and to have the 3 girls. Let's look at our performance over results right now. How did you do? How did you do in your match? And if we're happy with that, we're not worried about that score, necessarily with the girls right now. And, we know that'll come as more numbers come in, and then we can start competing in some of these duels and taking them out. But the girls individually have done really well and had a good attitude about that as well.
All right. And then Pure Invitational, or preview of the Invitational at Brookings today, Coach. That's beginning around 9 a.m. So as this is going on, the show, you guys are already going to be in competition. Kind of what are you looking forward to in Brookings?
Looking forward to just the continued tough competition. You know, we got to be battle tested once we get to regions and state, and the Brookings invite and Yankton invite and all these, you know, tough ESD duos are the perfect, you know, timing for that. You know, we don't want to go into, you know, our region tournament not having the toughest schedule. And then when we see some of these tough teams, you know, in the semis and finals of matches, you know, then it kind of comes back to get us where, you know, this Brookings invite, there's going to be ESD schools, and Pierre will be there, and I think Candy, Minnesota sending some teams. And so it's going to be a good tournament. It's going to be tough. I think there's 15 or 16 teams there, both boys and girls. So I'm looking forward to some good competition and seeing how the kids can see if we can get some kids on the podium and placing at this one.
Coach, I always appreciate the time. Thank you for joining us here today on the Pizza Ranch phone line. Good luck to the Bucks and Gazelles.
Thanks for having me, Bryce. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you to Coach Robert Coyle for joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line, talking Yankton wrestling. Best of luck to the Bucks and Gazelles. We'll take a break here on the Coach's Corner, come back and continue on KYNT and KYNTV.
Old Man Winter is here, and you don't want your car left out in the cold because of a broken garage door. Routine service of your doors and openers could prevent some future problems, but unpredictable problems could put your door out of commission. When unforeseen problems arise, the professionals at Upper Midwest Garage Door are prepared to get your door going again. Call today for routine service or when a problem arises. Find more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
Everyone loves something different about our buffet, which is good because buffet has something for everyone. This is Annie from Yankton Pizza Ranch. Come in and fill your plate with good food that makes you feel good inside. Don't see your favorite pizza on the buffet? Request it using Buffet Your Way. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the very first slice. Grab the country's best chicken paired with tasty sides and finish off with sweet cactus bread at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
Medicare coverage is not a one-size-fits-all coverage. Do you like to travel? Are you wanting to spend your winters down south? Or just spend some time with your grandkids? Make sure you choose a plan that fits your needs and will travel with you. Visit Julie at Missouri River Associates to review your upcoming Medicare or your current needs. That's Julie at Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Don't just bank, be an explorer. Here at Explorers Credit Union, we do banking differently. As a not-for-profit, member-owned credit union, we know that financial wellness isn't a destination, it's a journey. We're here to help you set goals and reach them with the financial tools, expertise, and support you need. If you're looking for better rates on your loans and local service from your friends and neighbors, Explorers Credit Union has you covered. Learn how we can help your financial journey at explorerscu.com.
Old Man Winter is here, and you don't want your car left out in the cold because of a broken garage door. Routine service of your doors and openers could prevent some future problems, but unpredictable problems could put your door out of commission. When unforeseen problems arise, the professionals at Upper Midwest Garage Door are prepared to get your door going again. Call today for routine service or when a problem arises. Find more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com, your authorized Clopay dealer.
Hey, welcome back to the Coach's Corner. That will wrap up the show here today. Again, thanks to Braden Butler for calling the Yankton Bucks game last night up at Brandon Valley High School. All the coaches for joining us on the Pizza Ranch phone line. To all the sponsors making this show possible, including Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with the vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Make sure you tune in tonight to Yankton basketball versus Douglas. Good luck to Yankton Gazelles gymnastics as well, the ESD conference meet. Go Bucks, go Gazelles, go enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you later this evening. This has been the Coach's Corner on KYNT and KYNTV. I'm Bryce Ladwig.
You've been listening to the Coach's Corner show on KYNT, Yankton's home team. Remember, you can re-listen or re-watch this show in its entirety by visiting the KYNTV YouTube page. This has been the Coach's Corner Show on KYNT, Yankton's home team.